Welcome to Rom Wills Money Matters, serving your subcultural community. And I've talked about that before. I'm always talking about, especially on my other channels, I'm always talking about subcultures. But you know, Rom's a money maker too. So I'm looking at subcultures. The first thing I'm thinking is, how can I make money off of this group? Now, last night, night before I'm recording this, I was checking out some different groups on IG. Like, I'll just surf. I'll go to like maybe somebody's page and I'll go to, if they represent like a certain subcultural group, and especially in the black community, people don't realize it's not just one monolith. There's a bunch of subcultural groups. And I dipped into, found this site for this one group. They more, definitely a black group, and more on a holistic tip, metaphysical type of stuff. And they had some type of festival. And I was like, oh, okay. But they actually showed a video of the festival. Some little bit of it. And there were plenty of vendors there. And all the products got into this festival. Because I'm very familiar with different groups because, well, being a vendor, you dipping into different things. Like I've always talked about like the natural hair expos. Now there's always one coming up. I could always vend that one, but my books don't sell as well. In fact, my books, I'll get into where my books mainly sell. It's a different subculture regardless of what people want to think. But I was like, yeah, they got different products. Like if you go to like a natural hair expo, you'll see like tons of shea butters, hair products. You'll see jewelry. You'll see like shirts. I know this guy, I always see him at a hair expo. I got like a nice shirt. It's still in great shape. It's still in great shape. No holes or anything. It's very good. But that's how he makes his money, strictly in this subculture. See, I'm going to tell you what. Remember, my last episode, I've talked about small business, and I talk about businesses serving your community. If you have a subcultural niche, if you have products that play to that niche, you can make money. Like, how I'm making my money now, like I say, I have no problem saying I'm making six figures, but really, it's within a subculture. Despite what people want to think, good, bad, whatever, the manosphere is still a subculture. Yeah, people hearing about it mainstream, but especially the black manosphere is mainly a subculture. It's not major. People know about it, but it's still a specific group, specific needs and everything. And people making money in it. I make my money selling books to the guys there because they the only ones checking out the video. So that's the base of how I'm making my money. And really, I probably don't, like, if you talk about I got a lot of people who subscribe to my different channels on here. But when I look at how many sales I'm getting a month, it's probably less than 1,000 people spending money every month. Maybe even not even 500. I don't have any problem saying that. Yet I'm making six figures. Boom. I'm serving this community. Think about that for business, because depending on what you do, it's not like you need thousands of people to spend money. You just need just enough. So that's the thing. And like I say, I don't mind saying that number. Seriously, when I look at who actually spends money, when I look at my Patreon, like subscribers, all of that, it's not like 100,000, 10,000 people actually spending money. I'm looking just at the people spending money. Like I said, probably, I'll say a few hundred. I can't tell the exact number, but just counting sales, all of that. Because a lot of people will spend money on several products. So, but I'm serving this subcultural community. And see, last episode I was talking about a business. See, if you have a community, a subcultural niche, people like certain things. They like certain types of clothing. Like I mentioned that thing about like that more holistic, metaphysical type of community. So they'll get into crystals and sage, and some people don't like that, and that's cool. But they can still make money. In fact, I'll talk about something more mainstream. People within the Christian communities. Because now, depending on where you are, you could have a store. Like there used to be a store in White Marsh. It was a Christian bookstore. And they're not there anymore, but in a place where with a stronger church population, somebody can make money just catering just to that community, just to that religious community, you know? And that's just one example. There's so many, every single subculture, because that's one thing I just pay attention to subcultures. I say, oh, okay. Like bodybuilding, like real hardcore bodybuilding. That's a subculture. Now you get gyms, you get certain protein products, certain foods, clothing, you know, events. Like within the black community on IG, I follow this group, Ebony Fit Freaks. These are a bunch of black people who hardcore in the gym. They be having festivals, everything. Get-togethers, festivals, vendors, boom. You know, the vendors in that community, serving that community, make money. See, understand that with any business, think about the community, the demographics. Indeed, you have companies who will charge several thousands for reports on different demographics. Because maybe it's corporations, trust me, they know what they're doing. Like in the area I'm living in, they're building, at my local mall, they're building a store, a grocery store. Now the rumor has been it's an Amazon store. It's an Amazon grocery store. And you know, Amazon's connected with Whole Foods. For them to put that there, that means they looking at the community. And it's got some people who are more interested in stuff like smoothies, stuff like that, yoga studio, like the area is kind of changing in that way. The community, you know? So when you think about a business, think about the community. Don't just have a business, think about, okay, who's going to actually buy this stuff? Who needs this particular service? You know? Who needs it? Like there's a store in my area, they sell just running shoes, and they've been in business for a long time. Guess what? There are a whole lot of runners around here. That's a community. That's a community. You know, like runners, and they be having like 5Ks, sponsoring 5Ks, and even running groups. Boom. So there's always some way that you can make money. Like if someone's in a community where they have a lot of vegans, vegan restaurant, you know, health food store, stuff like that. So there's a lot. So when you get into business, think about the community that you're serving, all right? So anyway, y'all know the deal. Let's go make that money.